Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you want to see how to create this party ready 4-gram makeup look, then keep on watching till the end and comment your thoughts, subscribe and like the video. Okay, so starting off, I'm going to start with my skincare. And my first product, as you know, is my Thank You Farmer Milky Toner. This product is unreal. It leaves my skin feeling like so hydrated. It's like a drink of water. It's got quite a thick consistency and it is unscented. And I've got quite sensitive skin underneath my eyes, so this product is quite perfect for me and it doesn't like irritate or anything. And look at that glass finish, like hello. Next I'm gonna try the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base, and I've not used this yet, so let's give you a little first impression. I've seen this all over TikTok and it's like such a viral product. I'm surprised I haven't used it yet, but finally got my hands on it. Thank you, John Lewis. Nothing beats a brand new product. Like, look how unreal that looks. I was going to get a little bit on the back of my nail and apply that to the underneath of my eye. That is so hydrating. I am in love with that product. I'm definitely going to use that more. Now I've done that skincare, I'm going to use onto my Made by Mitchell Gel Moisturizer, and I used this in my last video. I explained how obsessed I am with this product. It's absolutely amazing. It's so hydrating. And it's not scented, so it's good for sensitive skin. I'm quickly going to do my eyebrows and my forehead off camera so I can sort out my hair, and then I'll give you the rest of my makeup tutorial. Okay, so now I've done my forehead, I'm just using my Face Fact bronzing drops going in on my neck to bronze my neck up. I'm not going to go past this line because the dress code for the party is actually suits and dresses, and I've got a black shirt suit and it goes quite high. Okay, unreal. So now I'm going to start off with my face base, and the foundation I'm using today is actually from the brand Sleek. These are so affordable, but they're so good. They're so pigmented. I'm just in love with them. They're the foundations I started off with in college and I've used them ever since. They're actually so good. I switched between the Sleek foundations and the Dior ones. They're very medium coverage, but they are also very buildable. And this shade is also so nice. I can lighten it with concealer, but I can also bronze up a bit. Okay, gorgeous. I'm feeling all bronzed up and I'm going to use my Dior Backstage concealer. Ooh, if I don't want to drop it, that is. This concealer is absolutely stunning. It's very much full coverage and she's just a gorgeous shade. I'm going to use my Buffs Cosmetics brush for this, and this brush is angled, but it's also quite fluffy. It's perfect for blending in the concealer because you can really get in at the top. And hello, like hello. Okay, unreal. So my concealer's all done, so now I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Skin Tint. It's this one. It's in the shade 19 Eavesdrop, and I'm going to use this for my contour. So I'm going to put a little dot on my cheekbone. And then I'm also going to put a little smidgy bit on my nose and the remainder on my jaw. And I'm going to use another Buffs Cosmetics fluffy brush, just blend it out and get that seamless little bronzed cheekbone look. Look at that. How unbelievable does that look? I'm actually excited for tonight's party. I haven't worn a suit since I think prom, which was like 2 years ago or something like that. And I've got a all black suit with a pink tie and I'm going to look so unreal. Moving on to my blush, I've got my 17 blush in the shade 30 Lemonade, and this is a little nozzle. It's a cream blush. It's so affordable, but it's also so good. It's got such high pigment. It's like a nice cream formula. I'm going to go in with a Primark brush and I'm going to just pack that on top of where I put my contour. And then afterwards we can go in with a powder just to set it in place and give it a little bit more pigment. Okay, going in with my Sleek loose powder in the shade Light 1361. I'm going to take a velour powder puff and I'm just going to get a little bit of that onto the top of the packaging. And I'm just going to put my powder puff in and then dab it off the back of my hand. And then I'm going to set my under eye in place. Just look at that difference. Hello, how unbelievable. And then again, the same for the other eye, packing it onto the back of my hand before I apply it to my face. And then I'm going to use the remainder on the back of my hand just to set the rest of my face in place so it doesn't move all night long. This is also really handy to take out with you in your bag, but if not, I do have a mini one from Primark. It's literally so small and you can take that around with you in your bag just to set your face in place if you have oily skin whilst you're out, or if you're sweating, it's also good. Or another one of my favourites to take around with me is my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I have mine in the shades 115 Ivory, and trust me, that with a velour puff it's a lifesaver. Okay, so now I've done my main powder. I am going to take my little mini Primark loose powder just to brighten up the inner corners of my eye. This is in a nice little light pink tone, and as you can see, it just gives me that little bit of warmth back into my under eye. And it also connects with my blush and makes it look so seamless. Also, a life hack I think you should all know. If your velour puff is dirty, all you need to do is flip a little bit of this over and then it's clean again. Hello, how genius. Okay, so now all my cream products are done. I'm gonna go in with my 17 bronzer. This is in the shade 80 and it's just unreal. The formula of the product is gorgeous. And then a new product I want to try out is this Made by Mitchell Lip and Cheek Tint in the shade Tinted Love. I've not actually used this yet. I got it in day 5 of my advent calendar. This is the packaging. The Made by Mitchell green is such an iconic colour. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. I'm gonna go in with a buffed cosmetics brush just to grab a little bit of the product and tap it on top. And oh, how unreal does it look? Hello. It's a cream formula, but it sits on top of my makeup so nicely. Like, it's not like building up in any certain areas, and it's just sitting so nice. And it also blends really smoothly too. It's so effortless. And I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip and bridge of my nose and the tiniest little bit on my chin. Next, I'm gonna show you how I do my nose contour. I like to get the smallest little brush, and I have the smallest little blob of foundation on the back of my hand. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that product and I'm going to do a horizontal line on the bridge of my nose. And then I can blend that downwards from the top of the line. And then I'm going to pick up another little bit of product and do that vertically, but taking it a little bit away from the line and then dragging it right up the nose to give her that nice skinny structure. And then after I've done that, I like to pat it in just to give it that seamless blend without ruining my contour. And then you can go in with powder on top to set it in place and lighten it up. And then the star of the show will be your highlighter, because it really brings out all the features in your skinny nose. Now I'm going to go with my Maybelline Fit Me powder and a small little fluffy brush just to set that in place. And then I'm going to use my Made by Mitchell highlighter in the shade Snowfall. I'm going to use that same brush just to put a little dot of highlighter on the end. And then a little line on my bridge. And that is how I do my nose contour. It looks so good in photos too. I'm also going to take that same brush and use whatever's left just to add to my cheekbones and give it that cute little glow. This highlighter, unreal, look at that. Now I'm going to go in my Morphe 3503 eyeshadow palette. This is the palette I used in my last video. It's got all those nice brown shades. I'm going to go in with this nice little brownie burgundy colour and just start packing that into my crease just to give it a little bit of a smoky definition. That was with a small buffed cosmetics brush, and now I'm going to take a slightly thicker one. This one's from Olivia Hale, and I'm going to start to buff the edges of that crease out. I'm going to use that same brush I just used to smoke out and get a bit of a lighter shade and tap it off, and then I'm going to start working my way up and around my eye crease. And as you can see, it just works so well with bringing the dark into the light. Honestly, one of my favourite methods to do when doing my eyeshadow. It makes it so much more easier. I'm going to do quite a simple little eyeshadow look today. I'm going to add some glitter on a wing and call it a day. So for my glitter, I'm going to use my Stila Cosmetics Metallic Pigment in the shade 517B Ballet Baby. It's got a small little applicator, and I'm just going to apply that straight onto my eyelid. As you can see, that little bit of sparkle is absolutely stunning. And then afterwards, I think I'm going to add a little bit of a loose pigment to this. Or actually, I'm going to take my Made by Mitchell highlighter and I'm just going to pop that over the top just to give it that extra little bit of sparkle, because who doesn't love a bit of a glitter and glamour on it real. And now I'm going to add a little wing. Okay, so for my wing, I'm going to use the Technique liquid liner. This liner is absolutely stunning. I love any kind of liquid liner with a nozzle like this. It's so small and gives me that extra little bit of precision just to perfect my wing. I'm going to let that dry down. And now I'm quickly going to replicate that wing on the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. And now I'm going to pick up my bronzer and I'm going to go in with that same Olivia Hale brush, and I'm just going to smoke my wing out a tiny little bit to give it that nice seamless look. And then I'm going to do the same for the other eye. Okay, so my wing eyeliner is all done. I'm going to add some quarter lashes, and I'm going to use my duo glue to stick them down. If you're going on a night out, I would highly recommend using quarter lashes instead of full lashes, because they don't irritate the corners of your eyes as much as full lashes do. In fact, they don't at all, which just makes life so much easier. How cute. Okay, whilst I'm waiting for my glue to dry down, I'm going to use my e.l.f. lip liner in the shade Baddest Beige. I got a new one of these in my last video. I showed you out one, and it's getting hard to sharpen because of how small it is, but trust me, this lip liner, e.l.f. lip liners are the bomb. The pigment and formula of these lip liners is so good. Okay, unreal. Now my lip liner is all done, I'm gonna go in with some mascara on top of my eyelashes because the glue should be dried by now. And then I'm just gonna flick that on the ends of the lash just to give them a bit more length and a bit more definition. I'm using the Maybelline Sky High, and this mascara, oh, it's gorgeous. I've got no words. And obviously because I've got a black suit and a pink tie, I'm gonna add some pink glitter liner onto my wing. I love doing this. I love adding a fun little bit of colour. Like, how cute is that? It's like a sort of little add-on to your makeup that you can do. I got these from Primark. They were like £2 each or something like that, I think. But cute. That is my makeup done. I'm gonna add some lip gloss and some setting spray. I'm gonna change my outfit and I'll be right back to show you the final look. Okay, unreal, I'm back and this is my finished outfit, my finished makeup look, and I'm party ready. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have stayed to the end, make sure to subscribe, like and comment your thoughts. And make sure to follow all my socials at JakeMUAUK and at Authentic by Jake to see the finished look TikToks and photos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Ocean.